me a god. They call me a god.
What are we going to talk about today? Let's talk about the Kenobi Series Saber and how certain companies like SP doesn't produce an accurate one. No, let's talk about the V2. So, what we have is a couple different iterations of the same saber. This is the version 1 of Anakin StarKiller's V2. I know it sounds crazy when you say it that way, but these two are the version 2. A little bit went into involved with making these into an FX installable saber. The first thing is we had to machine out the midsection so that it could fit a chassis. And of course this. Now, we didn't machine all the way through because if you know anything about the V2, the third groove here is actually deeper than the rest, and that was because during the production the prop guy who's making the prop actually either fell asleep during the cutting process or the truck walked, or there's a bunch of different stories. Whatever the facts are, is that one's deeper than the rest. So that's why we didn't go all the way through. So after we've got the machine work done on the hilt to accept the chassis, we designed our first chassis, which was going to be a 4-speaker design, 28mm ovals, 220mm on the base. I wasn't happy with the way this was sounding. The 20mm didn't have enough air gap through here, which is why we put these channels. I wasn't getting enough bass out of the clamp section. It was doing some weird things. So we decided to scrap that, and Cameron went ahead and redesigned the chassis to have the twin 20s like our MK1 chassis, which is outrageously loud. So we put the twin 20s up in here, 18550 battery, recharge port at the back, board section goes here, and then you have an opening here for your wires or your 3-pin connector that goes to your clamp card activation. Plenty of room, and then this locks in like this, and this houses the crystal chamber, and this one has the largest crystal chamber that we've built. I'm going to say largest, but it's the longest crystal chamber we've built. So you can see here the chamber itself, and that's 87mm. It's longer than just about anyone out there, other than some of the Goth, because most of the Goth chassis are all metal. So that's the operation of that, and then we have the kill key at the bottom of it. So that's basically it for the V2. This is a customer saber that's going out. It's been tested, and it's ready to ship. We will have a couple of these up for sale up on the website. I'm going to say they'll be weathered as accurately as this one was done. It's fantastic the way he did it, and look forward for it to getting in his hand. Other than that, that's what we got going on, finishing up this week. Next week we've got some other stuff we'll be showcasing, but this is all work. And like I said, Cameron over at Reavers does a phenomenal job with design work and just anything I ask of him. My God's honest truth. I mean, we're the only ones that come up with the twin speaker setup, and it was mine and his idea to do it. I mean, here's our SP Sabres chassis with twin 20s. It gets us out of a certain couple things. Now we have another chassis design that we're coming up with that's going to have 8 speakers. It'll have a single or twin speaker inside of the hilt, but it's a staff, and as you plug the two ends in, or screw the two ends in, the middle portion, which is going to be the larger portion, will house its own battery section, and a couple amplifiers, and a bunch more speakers. So on that note, I hope everybody's having a great weekend, and look to hear from everybody.